We had some incredible results this year with a wonderful harvest of garlic and an absolute disaster with our tomato harvest. And this has taught me a lot. Between the false spring, the relentless summer heat, and my own bright idea of growing English tomatoes in Hungary, I'm going to share with you some of the results from this year, what went right, what went wrong, and what I'm going to do differently next season. Despite all that, the garden gave us plenty, and it's time to see how the numbers stacked up. Let's start with the perennials, the steady performers that just get on with it. Our soft fruits, aronia, jostaberry, raspberries and currants all pulled their weight nicely. But the real stars this year were the strawberries. They came in thick and fast in late spring and early summer, over 32 kilos. That's double last year's total. The best ones disappeared almost instantly. Breakfast, dessert, or just straight from the bowl. The rest went into the freezer for winter porridge or turned into jam. And the slightly squishy ones found a higher purpose. Steeped in gin and sugar for 6 months to make my own cheeky Christmas tipple. Nothing goes to waste around here. Now, asparagus, my long game crop, sown from seed 3 years ago, and we're finally entering year 4. This season I allowed myself a modest cut, about 2.5 kilos, just enough to enjoy without weakening the plants. It's a satisfying reminder that patience really does pay off in gardening, eventually. Now onto the annuals, the ones that love to keep us on our toes. That false spring killed off most of our squash plants before they even had a chance. The pumpkins never recovered. And cucumbers, oh, what a heartbreak. Last year we harvested over 32 kilos, enough to make endless fermented pickles. This year, nothing. A big dent in the pantry, and a reminder that even experienced growers get surprises. Thankfully, the summer squash-like Turks were okay, bringing in 43 kilos. Zucchini came in lower at 17 kilos, but that's because I planted fewer. A late resowing of butternuts saved the season a bit, though the yield dropped from 30 kilos last year to just 10 this time. Now, the good news. The staples, garlic, onions, carrots and beetroot, did brilliantly. 100 cloves of garlic planted last autumn gave 100 big, healthy bulbs by June. Onions came in at 35 kilos, carrots doubled last year's total to 25 kilos, and beetroot reached 18 kilos, with more still in the ground. That's the kind of reliability we like to see. And then there were the tomatoes. I made the mistake of going back to my old English favourites. But here in southern Hungary, under the fierce summer sun, they produce thick skins, bitter flesh and barely any sweetness. Last year we harvested over 50 kilos. This year just 8. So next year it's back to native Hungarian varieties for sure. Same goes for peppers and chilies. They sulked in the greenhouse, so they'll be heading back outdoors next season where they belong. Have you had a crop completely fail this year? Tell me what happened below. Kohlrabi, as always, never lets me down, 16 kilos again, and the beans, just bush types this year, loved the heavy straw mulch. We picked daily and ended up with 30 kilos in total. So overall, the garden gave us about 50% less than last year. The false spring, extreme summer heat, fewer pollinators, and a few of my own wrong choices all played their part. Still, the pantry is stocked, the freezer's humming, and the soil beneath my feet has never been healthier. It's holding moisture, alive with worms and microbes, and that tells me the system works. Next year, armed with this season's lessons, I'll plant smarter, choose better adapted varieties, and maybe, just maybe, we'll turn that Hungarian drama into a happy ever after harvest. Do you have any suggestions on what I could focus on next year? And what would you grow differently this coming season? Next Thursday, I will be sharing with you exactly how I have prepped the beds that produce those wonderful garlic bulbs. You won't want to miss it, so stay tuned and I'll see you soon.